What's going on, everybody? Welcome to IE Sports Radio. I'm Niners Jess, along with Ty Alston, Maddie B, who is inactive tonight, and your girl Bex. We are the East Coast Red and Gold. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Did I already answer Carlos for being number 300?
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Oh, Carlo. Yeah. That's my cousin's husband. Thanks, Carlo, for being a 300 subscriber. It took you long enough.
That's what I was just about to say. Now you subscribe.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, welcome to the party. I guess it's better late than never,
We've had barbecues and everything, and now you subscribe.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
We've been on air for over a year, but that's okay. It's all right. I'll overlook
Thanks for the diss, but
it's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, I got move on. I'll take care of you.
Yeah. Before we move on, guys, I would like to dedicate tonight's show to Laura Cat.
Indeed.
We all found out today that she had passed away, and our thoughts and prayers are with her friends and family. Laura was awesome. My mom and I met her at the home opener when she sat in the gold mine with us, and she was just the nicest person I've ever come across. And so prayers up to everybody who knew her. So let's enjoy this show as she would want us to, and let's talk about the playoffs. Let's talk about the Packers manhandling the Cowboys, which I'm not surprised about because the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys in the playoffs.
Exactly.
The Packers are decent. I think they're a good football team, but it didn't really tell me too much because they played the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Becca.
Well, I think I feel like they're kind of dangerous. I feel like they have been on this since like week 8, like when we finally, hit our stride too. We had the rough patch and then we took off again. They too have been on a trajectory, and I feel like they're feeling themselves and they're confident, and that's a little bit dangerous. And if you look at their performance and their productivity since that point in time, they're matching up very well. So I don't want to discount them at all. And I think we really have to tread carefully when we step into this game. And, we can talk about the particulars as we get into the show, but I probably would have rather seen the Bucs or somebody else, because I think the Green Bay Packers are playing at a really high level right now.
So you don't discount the fact that they, played Dallas?
I don't discount the fact that they played Dallas. Dallas could have stepped up at any time. They've got talent there too. They just have imploded. They've been so focused on all the negative things that have happened to them in the last part of their season that they couldn't get out of their own heads. They just blew it and threw it all away. So, Dallas is going to Dallas.
Packers fan, Sports Talk Network. What's going on?
What's going on?
Thanks for joining the stream. What do you think, Ty?
Thanks for joining. But, yeah, go ahead. Take a time.
Yeah, you can see that game going that way. I mean, I wasn't shocked. It was,
They were supposed to lose, and they did what we did to Dallas.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they copied us and did what we did. So, and Dallas couldn't stop it again.
Pretty much, yeah.
There you go. And it's the whole Mike Shanahan coaching tree. Shanahan, LaFleur.
Exactly that.
Right? it's like playing 49ers light.
It's
and
looking in the
and they got
mirror, and
and they
that's
got
what
lit
we're
up.
going.
So not shocked here. I think a lot of people picked them. I wasn't surprised that they won. And now here we go again. We've been here before. Deja vu.
Mhm.
It's that green and yellow team again. So it's all good. I like the fact that they actually wanted them to win so that we would know right on early who we're playing and we could start planning for it, right? We didn't have to wait till Monday night. We knew right away, boom, okay, let's go. Let's get it on. Time to start game planning. So it worked out well in our favor from that perspective.
I saw a lot of people say that we were throwing shade at Dallas and Green Bay because we started game planning for Green Bay halfway through that game. But I mean, come on, when the writing's on the wall, the writing's on the wall. So why don't you start taking every minute you have to game plan?
Well, Kyle even said that, they were focusing on, a few teams, but then they literally honed in on Green Bay like probably 10 days before the game started.
Yeah,
And then, for sure midway through the second quarter.
Right. You knew we're playing one of 3 teams.
Right.
It's not like we're playing all 6 teams that are in the playoffs, right? It's one of the 3. So, all right, you start looking at those 3, and then you just go down the line, right? And we talked about it last week, how the way the schedule was set up, the lowest seed played first and then the next. So we knew if that low seed won, we would know right away.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, they're winning this game.
Well, I mean, of course.
Second quarter, they're winning this.
Point,
yeah.
You already know the fate. It's written pretty close to on the wall. Like, this is it. Because if the 7 seed's winning, that's who we're playing. It's not like
exactly.
we have to wait until the next day.
Yeah.
100%.
So Tony had said that the Packers are a talented team. But I have to be honest, his disrespect on Twitter is ridiculous towards the Niners.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, a couple things today. Mark Chmura, their former tight end, saying that, they, it's okay to get a 15-yard penalty and take Purdy out. And
garbage.
Yeah, if it's worth it, it's good to take that shot.
Very, very classless. Coming from
garbage.
Mark Chmura.
A player, a former player at that.
Yes.
I can see when the dumb Eagles fans were celebrating over Huff's injury, but a former player is saying something like that. That is low class right there.
Take your best shot because Trent Williams is going to whip your ass and he's getting ejected. The whole game is going down. Mm-hmm. Trent Williams is going to drag you to his grave with him. How many times have we seen Big Trent? You are not going to talk shit, talk smack, touch anybody pre-game, post-game, during the game. He's coming and he's going to come after you. You touch Brock Purdy. Those pictures of them when they won, when they got the in the playoffs or sealed the number 1 seed, I don't know, where he's like hugging this kid. It's the first time Trent Williams has ever been in the playoffs and ever been a number 1 seed in his entire career. He is going to protect his ace in the hole. You see him, he is the dog. He could walk down the street and talk smack to anyone. Trent Williams is going to be right there like, come at me, bro. You try it. Try to touch him. Mm-hmm. I will break your face and I will laugh at it spit on you while I do it. You're not going to do it. I mean, honestly, they could try to take a shot at Purdy. Trent Williams is going to do everything in his power to not let that happen.
John?
Yeah,
but it shows you how
crazy the mentality is.
Just scared they are.
Yeah.
Really. Like they have no clue on what to do. So this is their game plan. Like we sit here every week and we talk about keys to the game. We talk about what we got to do, right? And we're like, get McCaffrey going, get Debo the ball, do something like this. What are they talking about? taking
Hurt.
cheap shots on
Hurt the
players.
quarterback. Mhm.
Not let Jordan Love heat up. No, not get this guy start running the ball or toughen up on
O-line has to
defense.
be-
Play man. Yeah. No, they're talking about taking cheap shots. Shows you their mentality and what they're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have this wonderful quote: "When D linemen just get pressure into him, meaning Brock Purdy, he's always throwing off, or it's behind them, or it's overthrown or short. When you get pressure on him, it's a guarantee we'll get a turnover." Now, I'm not quite sure what quarterback he's
Game
watching,
planning for, but do more of that.
because Brock Purdy has been the most efficient quarterback when being pressured.
Yep.
This season. So, thoughts about that comment, guys?
Well, I mean, I think Brock Purdy's come a long way. I mean, maybe early on he tried to gunsling a couple times and found out that that's not the way to go. And he has definitely used his legs. He has been way better than that. And you're absolutely right. He's the most efficient guy on the field. So you can take that comment and you can run with it if you want a talking point. But if you really look at his statistics, it's a false narrative. It's just for clicks, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, show me, tell me you haven't watched tape without telling me you haven't watched tape.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's exactly what Tony said. They're just showing those 3 plays from the Ravens game, and they think that makes up his whole character, his whole quarterbacking skill. And we know that's not the case.
Exactly.
Right? That is not the case at all. That is some fluke-ish that happened. And it is not, that's not his makeup. Right.
No, and that will never happen again either.
But if you think about the next week, Washington came out and tried pressuring him and doing stuff like that. And what did he do? Carved him up. He played plays with his leg. The off skirt thing to Ayuk, where he put, hey, go that way. Boom. Was that a turnover? Was that something? So it's what, like I said, it's the mentality of a team and people in the fan base that, like, okay, we're scared. We really don't know what to do. So we're just going to start making ish up.
And they're hopeful.
Point blank. Yeah, just point blank. Instead of focusing on them.
I mean, they are a young team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that they would make the playoffs. They get this big win, if you will, over Dallas, and they're flying high and mighty. But you come flying into San Francisco, you better be ready.
Now you got to stop Christian McCaffrey. You got more after you,
and George Kittle,
and
NBA,
and Ayuk, and let's keep that going, right?
Exactly.
We've been here before.
Yep.
Dallas 100%. Said they was going to do X, Y, and
bad
Z.
Things, right?
Jacksonville, we're going to get pressure on him and get turnovers, right? The Eagles, they've been talking all that trash. No, they weren't talking trash. It was just one guy talking, Debo, and he spoke the truth about your team, and then we went out and showed you it was the truth. We've been here before.
Yeah.
So you know what? Do all that talking. Our guys aren't talking. We'll just see you on Saturday night.
Yeah, nobody's talking. I haven't even heard a comment out of Debo.
Right.
When they asked him about the Eagles lost, he said, "Didn't matter," or it was like 2 words. It's done. I don't know. He just moving on. It does.
Yeah, he said he was like not at all or something like that. I forget.
Yeah, it was like
something like that.
Less than 3. Like he didn't need all the digits on one hand to make his comment. It was over and done.
Yeah. So their running back Aaron Jones, his last 4 games has gone over 100 yards. We have a big piece to the puzzle that's coming back in Eric Armstead. We haven't had a 100-yard rusher all season. Now Eric Armstead is back. This is awesome. Great news. Ty, your thoughts, since
Yeah,
Armstead is your guy.
yeah, Double A is my guy. Plays the run very well. Sets the tone. Can read what the offensive line is doing. He'll be the leader of the pack out there and stopping the run. And let's not forget, they're healthy, right? They got fresh legs, fresh
They're the
bodies.
healthiest that we've been in a long time.
Exactly. So it's not just him alone. You got
Yeah.
Hargrave out there. You're going to see some
Hargrave.
a fresh Kinlaw out there, big body, eating up space. And then you got those two guys behind them, all pro Fred, unanimous.
Mhm.
And big play Dre behind them, coming downhill, laying the smack down on people. I was looking at a replay of the 2021 game where we played in Green Bay, and them guys were just coming downhill, just smacking the running backs. They were setting a tone. So yeah, he did all that running. The Green Bay has had a good end to the season, right? They've done some positive things. Aaron Jones was injured, came back healthy, did some good stuff, but he ain't do it against a team like us, right? That's the biggest point to all of this, right?
So I'm
It's
going
okay.
to throw a statistic at you that our run game is not that great yards per carry, that we've allowed not so stellar. Our run game has been sus a couple times, throughout the season. And our yards per carry average is not the greatest, and actually worse than Dallas apparently. And they ran all over Dallas, so they're thinking they're going to be able to run the ball against us pretty well. I think they're counting on having a great run game against us, because our run game is middle of the pack, actually, like 13th, 14th amongst the teams. Especially
you mean our run defense.
Our run defense.
Yes, our run
defense.
Our run defense against the run is kind of middle of the pack, especially late in the season. It's not been the best in the league, and I think Green Bay's counting on being able to do something. I mean, hey, look, I agree with you, Tony. Eric Armstead's a key cog in that, but even with Eric Armstead in there have been teams that have run really well on us at times, and
that's at times. When you look at the times we've been fresh, though, like beginning of the season and coming off the bye,
until
no team really ran at us. No team was
right.
able to run on us. It wasn't until week 6 when guys started getting banged up and tired, and then later in the season, that's when these things happened. But if you look at when we were fresh, like we are now, we were shutting the run down, stop the run, and have some fun. Now, Green Bay is going to come in this game a little overconfident in their run game, right? Because first of all, let's just put it out there. Green Bay copied our game plan versus Dallas.
100%.
Yes.
Just Matt LaFleur just copied Kyle Shanahan.
It's kind of very mirror imaging of their entire team anyway.
Exactly. We all know Dallas sucks against the run. Dallas's coaching sucked against the run. They were in clear 2 tight end, 1 running back formations, and Dallas played nickel. They didn't put 3 linebackers on the field. They didn't even try to stop the run. Right?
We were worse statistically against the run than Dallas. So if they suck against the run, what did we do? I thought we were good against the run.
Football is so much more than stats, though.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying,
so much more than stats. Football is not baseball, right? It's so much more than stats.
Yeah,
we can stop their run. We've stopped their run game.
Stopped their run before
many a times. Steve Wilks is a much smarter coach than Dan Quinn. He won't stay in nickel when they got 2 tight ends on the field and clearly showing a run. It's 3rd and 1. Yes. We're not going to nickel.
We're not biting.
We're going to go to a 5 defensive lineman set up with 2 linebackers and say, hey, you want to run it? We're going to try to stop it. We're going to play smart football.
Right.
So
No, I agree with you.
this is going to be a totally different dynamic.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know how I do.
Yeah, I get that. And it's good to talk about because people think, oh, they did this so they can do it again. No,
Right.
you can't. You can't.
Mhm.
So Jordan Love,
Mhm.
I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, going back to the defense, I wanted to say Steve Wilkes had said today that, you know, obviously the Niners know what they have to do: stop the run, stop the play action pass, you know, to get Jordan Love to feel a little uncomfortable. You think that's a good game plan going forward, Becca?
Well, yeah. I mean, stopping the run is going to make them one-dimensional, and that's what we absolutely have to do. Plus, on top of that, we have to do what we've always done. When we stop the run early and we get up on a team, the second half, we can do anything we want. When it's the opposite, when we don't stop the run and it's a close game and we let a team have both sides of their game play well, it comes down to field goals and you know, special teams and these last minute victories. We have
Thanks
to get
for
up
tuning
early.
in, Tony.
I mean, it really is a big part of it. We have to stop the run. It's I think the biggest part of what we have to do against Green Bay this weekend.
it's
I
what
mean,
we've
they
always.
have Musgrave, they have Dobbs, they have Lawson, you know. So what do you think, Ty?
Yeah, it's what we've always done against them,
Yep.
right? Think back to Aaron Rodgers and all those games we played against them. We've always stopped the run and made them one-dimensional.
Yep.
And then we get to pin our ears back and just go hunting. Just go hunting Aaron Rodgers. Just go after him.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we do. That's the game plan. That's really the game plan for like every game. Make them one-dimensional. We
Yeah.
make the team one-dimensional.
Same damn thing.
Now you got a young quarterback with young receivers. You want to make them one-dimensional for sure, right? And see if this young guy can beat you. That's the game plan. You know, it's something Dallas did not do at all. Period.
It was
You know, but other
mind-boggling
teams
watching.
have.
Yeah.
Tony Cope says facts. That's right. That's all you get here, Tony. Facts.
That's right.
Spin them all day.
That's right.
There you go. That is a sad white girl attempt at that. Bowing out now. See ya.
What's up, Brandon?
What's up, Brandon?
Good to see you. All right. So Jordan Love, how do you think he's gonna fare against our defense?
I hope I see a lot of belly rubs. Hope the bear eats well. Although I don't think we're going to blitz a lot because he's good against blitz. Is you know, he does well finding open guys. So I don't think we're going to blitz a lot, but I think the pressure's going to be, the pocket's going to be hot and heavy on him, and he's not going to have a good day. Seen that work against
I thought pros.
a lot of mobile, really good quarterbacks. What'd you
Is
say,
that
Pat?
turning into Maddie with freezing?
You froze
like
for a
you
second,
freeze?
and I thought I froze. I was like, "Oh shit, what happened?"
I thought it
Then
was
I
my
found out it
Wi-Fi.
was-
I'm like,
I found out
crap,
it
here we
wasn't
go.
me. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh wait, did Matt throw me the curse?
Probably. I think it's your turn.
Oh
What's up,
no,
Melissa?
hey, Melissa."
you're the girl in the house.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
Jordan Love will make plays. He'll make some plays. He'll get some
Yeah.
things out there. You know, he's a good quarterback, live arm. He's a player. You know, I like him personally. I like, you know, how he's progressed this season. I don't think he's faced a defense like ours though, and that's going to be the biggest thing where we're darn good on all three levels of the defense. Right? And then, a lot was made about his performance last week, but when you got guys running just wide open, it's real easy to look good. I mean, if you look at some of those throws, he was just flicking it, like not even setting his feet and throwing it. And they even highlighted that during the game because guys were just wide open. You don't have to set your feet, just put it out there. I mean, it was ridiculous. So this will be a totally different game, different circumstances. So let's see how he holds up under 60 minutes of pressure.
What's up, Jameson? Hope you're feeling
Hey,
good, buddy.
Jameson. Yeah. Fight
Oh,
that
Dad's
feet.
feeling better too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
no,
the
I was saying
inactive
that,
list tonight.
I don't think we'll blitz a crazy amount against him because he's good against the blitz, but
Yeah.
I think, the pressure of the pocket collapsing on him is gonna really have him off his game.
Yeah. Remember, this is the Mike Shanahan type, Kyle Shanahan coaching tree.
Mhm.
They have things built in for the
Yeah.
blitz, right? They have a hot read. This isn't Philadelphia's vanilla, no frills, bottom shelf offense where they can't handle a blitz to save their life. They have things in place. So Mike LaFleur will coach that in. Look, if they're blitzing, you see the blitz, go to the hot read, things like that. So it's different. So I don't think we'll blitz much, and I don't think we need to. Their offensive line is good, but our defensive line should be better and should be able to get pressure on him so that we don't have to, and the guys on the back end can do what they do.
Right.
I'm really hoping that Nick Bosa and Chase Young come together like in Jacksonville, and kind of take care of Jordan Love, whether they're both on the end or both inside.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see, both of those guys get a bye. They're fresh, right? Chase Young should be nice and fresh, geared up, ready to go. His first time being a number 1 seed, being on a team that has hope, right? He should be chomping at the bit to get something done. So I'm really looking forward to them.
And Cleveland Farrell's out, right? He's not going to play. Yeah,
no, he's not playing.
Chase Young's going to see a lot more action. So
exactly, they should be leaning on him more. And you know what?
Get those gears turning. Get in there.
Get your young body out there and
get in there.
Like you said, get those gears turning and make something happen.
Yeah.
Becca's in a singing mood.
I know.
Tonight. They also re-signed Austin Bryant to the practice squad, so he'll probably be called up.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad to see him cut.
Yeah.
Because Becca and I had met him and
we met him.
I know,
back in October.
Such a nice guy.
A week or two after he was cut, right?
I know. It's like,
you met him?
Yeah. So the weather on Saturday.
Here we
go with the songs. Here we go with the singing.
There you go. That's right.
It's going to rain. Well, 40% chance. Do you think the rain plays a factor in this game at all? Who has the advantage? Who has the disadvantage? Ty?
I don't think it plays a factor. I don't think it'll be that harsh of a rain. It'll be wet, a little soggy, but nothing we've seen from Levi's before. The only thing that may be a factor is the wind, because we know at night it could get windy.
Yeah, it could get a little chilly.
Yeah, get chilly. It gets windy. Those wind gusts that come in from the openings, from the two openings. So that can affect things. That can affect the kicking game. So I know everybody's worried about Jake. So if I'm the coaches, I have him inside of Levi's this week, in between the hours of 5:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. And I'm having him kick with that late wind, right? Get used to it. Kick in the wind. Do it in the stadium, not across the street at the practice field. Coaching. So that's the only thing that, I would say would be a big factor.
I
Their
actually, you know
kicker-
what? I didn't. Now I'm thinking about it because I didn't even really think about Jake Moody when I heard about the wind gusts.
Yeah.
Well, if you
their
go back to
kicker's
last
not
game,
been stellar either. He's missed a kick in every game for a while
yeah,
now. Or
well, their kicker is not good. Him and his brother. His brother plays in Vegas. I
yes.
don't know how they both got in the league, but they're very
So-
inconsistent.
If it comes down to kickers,
So,
we're shaking the candlestick. Right?
but that's what I'm saying, where we can get an advantage, right? Because we're there, and Jake's there. So
Yeah.
Dan Schneider, Kyle Shanahan,
Mhm.
John Lynch, Jed York. It's like, hey,
Fun fact.
we need access to the stadium every day this week from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're just doing some kicking. We just need the goalpost set up so we can practice some kicking.
Green
That's
Bay
how you
hasn't
get them
played
ready.
this year.
I have to point out, Ty is awesome at calling Brian Schneider every name other than Brian Schneider.
Because it's the same thing I used to do with Jimmy Garoppolo when I used to call him James Arthur. Like, until you stop messing up, I am going to mess up your name.
I think for a while it was Brian Schottenheimer.
It was I call him everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now today it was Dan Schneider. He's
Yeah.
the old Commanders president
owner.
now.
Yeah. I'm calling him everything because he was brought in to be this great special teams
Oh, man.
guru
Ooh.
and make us this great special teams unit, right?
Right.
And it hasn't worked out yet. So I'm like, dude, you got one job. Get
Thank
it done
you.
already.
I got roasted last week for saying that about our guy. You got one job. Just saying. Your job is to do that. And if you suck in bad weather, that's a problem. Or, I don't know. The Green Bay guy, I read that he's had some issues being consistent, similar to our guy in the last few weeks. So if weather starts to play a part in that, it could
Our
be.
guy has been consistent the past few
He
years.
has.
Remember,
He's had a couple of.
He had one game, and then there was like 10 games you heard nothing from him.
Right.
That's not like the Green Bay guy. It's two different dynamics.
Yeah. I mean, it. In all honesty, like with Jake Moody, one game should not define his season.
But we don't want it to come down to that either. We don't want it to come down to one guy missing a kick to be our defining whether we go on or stay.
Well, 2 points on that. 2 points on that. One, if you look at the last game, the kicks were missed because of the wind gusts. Like, if you look at the flagpoles, the wind was blowing in and they just moved the ball. So once again, how do you get your player up for that? You put him in the stadium and let him kick with the wind. Coaching, right? It's what you do. The coaches, GMs, do your job.
It's all you've done your whole life in football.
Let's get this player into our stadium, not next door at the practice field where it's open air. Get him, but he hasn't played in our stadium where the wind is different. So you get him in there, you let him kick.
He's played there for a year now. So
just this year, not a full year. Plus, Jake was sick last game too. That was a whole thing. People that went unnoticed. It was an article about it. He was sick. No excuse, but he was under the weather. But
Ty is Jake Moody's spokesman.
Apparently,
I'm just keeping it real.
No, I know.
If you have a quarterback, like if you have a quarterback, you don't tell the quarterback, hey, don't throw to these receivers, throw to the ball boys all game. No, he needs to throw to the receivers that he's playing with. Jake needs to kick in the stadium that he's going to kick in. Also, we all year, and we've talked about how we got all these weapons. MVP Brock Purdy just threw for most yards in franchise history. Christian McCaffrey, 2,000 all-purpose yards, led the league in rushing. George Kittle, 1,000 yards receiver, all pro. Debo, 1,000 yards from scrimmage. Brandon Ayuk, 1,200 yards. We got all these weapons. Third and Juwan is healthy. We got all these weapons. If we got a game that's coming down to our kicker, Somebody
problem.
failed along the way.
Yeah.
It's happened.
If the 30 point a game rolling out of bed 49ers and it comes down to the last kick, something really bad happened along the way. Because it shouldn't happen.
I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying. And I'm just saying.
It's a sneaky game, and we better be ready. And if it comes down to kickers, the boy better be ready.
I don't care what game it is. If we got all this firepower on defense and all this firepower on offense, and we're like, please, little 5-foot rookie kicker, make this kick to save us. Something went really bad along the way.
He's about 5'10". He's like my height.
He's more like 5'8", 5'9"-ish, depending on the shoes. Because I met him too, and we were kind of like
the platform sneakers this week.
Yeah, it depends on the sneakers.
He's got the platform.
He may have been wearing lifts when I met him. Who knows?
They're in now.
A
lot of guys are doing it.
Use your back, baby.
A lot of guys are doing it.
Right, Steve-O. Put up or shut up.
That's not where we want to end the game.
Yeah.
I mean, special teams is important in every playoff game. It's a 1-game season. Every aspect of the game has to play at their elite level. And we cannot have guys missing kicks, special teamers dropping balls, not,
receivers making drops, missing.
Right. None of that shit.
Yeah.
Gotta be
tackles. Everything's gotta be on point. And I think they will be. We talked about it last week, how this team looks coming off of rest. Whether to start the season or it was week 10 coming off the bye. Very dangerous.
I love it.
They look phenomenal coming off of rest.
Mm-hmm. We were all that 3-game losing streak, and we were all, the 49ers are so down. Jacksonville, it was like, whoa, it's a party going on.
What team is this?
Yeah. Like, there's the Niners I know.
Exactly.
All right. So CMC did not practice last week, but he's a full go this week. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see him play because I think that catching out of the backfield, I think he's just going to do wonders this game along with George Kittle over the middle.
Yeah.
And just really tearing up those linebackers.
What was the one bright spot from the Dallas offense? It was their tight end.
Yes,
right. They couldn't guard their tight end. Even in the beginning of the game, they had no answers for him. He is no George Kittle.
It's very true.
So this could be a huge George Kittle game, which I'm all in favor for.
And I think they're going to have a big Brandon Ayuk too, over the middle and down.
Can guard him.
Yeah, he's going to be, I think, the secret weapon. They're going to go to Kittle a lot over the middle, and then Brandon Ayuk's going to get those long when they go into that zone coverage. Brandon Ayuk going to have a good game. But
let's shake that candlestick dirt for Jake Moody. Jake Moody will be fine. Armstead was a full participant. Greenlaw had the Achilles tendonitis, but he practiced full today. They had him going hard on yesterday.
Yeah.
So they were kind of saving him from himself and giving him some rest, which was pretty good. And George Odom had the no contact jersey on yesterday. He didn't have it on today, so he's full. We are trending in the right direction at the right time. Thoughts on that, guys? Go ahead, Becca.
I mean, I think it's good. Someone said it already. We saw how the team played after having rest and coming off a rest. We played well, and people have questioned whether that's bad or good for the defense to sit that long or Brock Purdy to sit that long. But look, the dude came off of surgery and and very little play to come into the season and seamlessly assume the job. And no one questioned, like, oh, well, he had how many weeks off for surgery and little contact and very little, play to begin with to start the season. And that didn't seem to affect him. And then having the bye week and time off there, we came back, we played really well. After getting everyone back healthy and starting the bye, I think it's good for everyone. We got McCaffrey back healthy. That dude gets beat up like he's in full combat every week. His wife posted pictures of his body or his fiance. I mean, my God, it's like someone flogged him in a
looks like an MMA fighter, right?
Really crazy. The bruises and the welts, the swelling all over, like black and blue marks. For him to have a couple weeks off and really, that's all he's been worried about. Get my body right. I'm focused on that, my health, and the rest of these guys. They're resting. Trent Williams needs the rest. He's going to come in there and feel like a superstar because he needs the extra rest. He's a very physical dude. Our whole team is physical. They're all going to be great. It's going to be good. It's going to come down to execution. I'm not worried about them having rest in the bye week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys watched Kyle's press conference and then the player interviews, like, that the writers do and stuff, but the team actually seems refreshed, rested, ready to roll. I was watching KNBR's stream, and Tim Ryan was on there with Papa and Lund, and he had said, like, usually with a bye week, they go on like little vacations, or they get away from the facility. Not these guys. These guys were all here.
They're not on boats in Cancun.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody did that. So it's just a testament to this team, like how, their goal, their focus, their mindset.
Exactly.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. It's always good to drive with a full tank of gas, right? When you got that, when your tank is full, you're like, okay, I got no worries. I can go wherever and do whatever. That's us right now.
Tires are good.
Exactly. we got that, and that's exactly it. We got a full tank. We got some maintenance done. Everything's nice and fresh and ready to go. Let's hit this road trip, right? That's us right now. We got everybody coming back. This is when you want to be healthy in the playoffs. We got everybody back right now. CMC, we, as Rebecca just said, was beat to all hell. He was the one guy where I was like, he can take a full week off. We know who he is, and he needs to just let his body heal. Right? Well, not everybody, but him in particular, right? And like Trent, you could get a week off. Yeah. And Nick, you can get a week off. Everybody else, you got to come back.
Yeah, y'all get in here and work out.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good to get those guys just back and healthy. And it's like you said, everybody came in and got in work, got in maintenance, got in treatment to get their bodies right, to be as fresh as possible, to be still strong and maintain that play mentality. And they practiced. They didn't just jog through practice. They did a hard practice, like game simulation type full stuff. Pads. Exactly. Full pads on, getting work in.
Yeah, like in training camp.
Yeah. So they're gearing up for this. They know what it takes. And we've talked about this before. This is not a young team. A lot of these guys have been here over the years. They know how close they've gotten. They know what it will take to get there. And that's their mindset. And they're not looking far ahead. They're like, look, just get healthy. Let's be one unit. And let's take care of business on Saturday. And we'll worry about the rest later.
Is it Trent Williams' 14th year or 15th?
I don't know.
Oh, it's up there.
It's the
one
first
of those,
time he's been on, it's the first time he's ever been a number one seed. And been in the playoffs like this. So for him, I'm telling you, these guys, they're looking at it like, well, okay, so we got here, but that the work's not done. We're not done yet. They're not celebrating the fact that they won the number 1 seed and that we're in the playoffs. They're like, this isn't done yet. We've got work to do. And they have been in that same mental focus. And I just love that, you see the memes about the Giants who all went off on a boat in Cancun and then lost their playoff game the following week because they didn't take it seriously. These guys are like, nope.
And they didn't even have a bye.
Yeah, we'll save that for the after party.
They played a wild card game.
Exactly. They're not that team, and you just see it. They're not those people. You've never once heard them say a single bad thing about one another. They've got each other's back the whole time, the whole season. Doesn't matter. We won. We lost 3 games in a row, and you didn't hear people go, well, if the defense played hard, we did what we needed to do. Blah blah blah. Special teams. Nope. They're like, hey, as a team, we got to do better. I got to play better on defense, so my offense doesn't have to work as hard. And they're out there owning it, and I really, really like the attitude. I do, because it's not always the same. You see teams make it to the playoffs, and when they lose, the cuffs come off. And this team lost last year, and you didn't see that. You didn't see people going, well, this happened or that. The blame game's not there.
Nope.
They really do seem to have a really cohesive locker room that's positive and happy, and hey, we got to hold on to that. And these guys got to really, really step out there and play their football, and they know that.
Yeah, I think this year, I know in years past, I think ever since Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch came to this organization, the locker room has been tight.
Right.
We always talk about the culture of the 49ers, but I think this year alone is just really something special, more so than in previous years, even though it's gelled and, everything, they've been in lockstep with one another. Bebop, Cleveland Farrell is out this week.
Yeah.
He'll be out. And we kind of knew that. And the Austin Bryant signing, let you know he'll definitely be out because Bryant will kind of take that place. And but it's good though. Held him out another week. We advance. We'll have him for the future. So that'll be good.
Stevo says this is a Kittle game. I agree. But who does Kristen Juszczyk's deck out this week?
So I'm expecting her, Claire, and is it Olivia or Olivio? What's
Olivia
Kristen?
Rodrigo? Yeah. Olivia Colpo.
I wouldn't be surprised,
Olivia Colpo.
if all 3 of them just came through decked out like bam, and it's
all
like
wearing matching jackets or matching.
Yeah.
She probably decked out all the wags. She's got a whole wags outfit for all the.
Like she always comes through with something. This is nothing new for her. We the faithful, we know what she's been doing all season long, right? That's a given. The world is just catching on right now.
Yeah,
so just look at her to take lead.
Did you see that people were trying to credit Nike?
Yeah, because these fools on NBC.
And Kyle's like, that's my wife. It was a Nike jersey, but that's my wife who made that.
Yeah, these fools on NBC said it, and shout out to Kyle and the faithful because they were on social like, nah.
Yeah.
Stop it right now.
That's
Kyle
Juszczyk's
all over
wife.
like everybody's posts like, that's my wife. That's my wife. That's my wife.
Yeah. And I don't
Shout
know.
out to him. Yeah, he gets
Especially
game
after
ball
that.
for an off week.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But you know what? He hasn't been dressed yet.
He
So I
hasn't,
think
and
that's
he-
coming.
Ooh.
And he actually, she said, who should I dress next? And he said, how about your husband?
Nice.
did
Yeah,
that under a
the writers had asked him about that, and
So
he
I
had said that
think-
something was probably in the works.
I think
Like,
you're going to see
I'm right in the next
Big
room.
Poppy, dressed up in.
I play for the team. Hello, hi.
Devo's got one, but I don't.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
Exactly.
what am I, chopped liver?
Right.
All right, so what do we feel really good about going into Saturday? And Ty, we play on Saturday, not Sunday.
Yes, I know. I had that brain fart for a moment. Like,
That's why I
you
put
know,
in the
Saturday
text. I'm
night.
like, wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, my bad.
But I was
Totally my bad.
I was following that same logic. I was like a post game
Yeah,
follow up. I was like, yeah, that's kind of late. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
obviously.
yeah. Wait, what are we worried about? What are we positive about?
What
What
are
was
we
the question?
feeling
I'm
good
sorry.
What are we feeling good about going into this game on Saturday?
Everything. Everything. I feel good about everything. Like we just discussed this. Everybody's fresh and they're hungry and they're focused and they're dedicated. Not one person went on vacation. Everybody stayed and was
Mhm.
at the facility, either practicing or getting just treatment. That's focus. And we talked about this last week, how when you see these other teams and a lot of other players on other teams, and Jess, you just showed a graphic of it earlier. These guys are busy talking about us. We're not talking about anyone else. We
Nope.
don't care about them. We're focused on what we're doing. So I feel real good about it. I think Brock's going to have a great day. I see CMC having a great day. And I just talked about it. We see George having a great day. And I see this defense coming out hungry and sharp. And that defensive line going hunting. So I feel just very positive about this game.
I feel very positive too. You know, and I agree with everything you just said. You know, I know I say every week that like good things happen with, you know, when the ball is in George Kittle's hands, but I
You
think
do? I think I might have to
I
check the
think
tapes.
so.
I don't think
I may, you know what? I may have not said
I think
it
we
like
need to
last
fact
week.
check that. Has that really been said on the show ever once before?
I know, right? Right, Rebecca?
I may not have said it last week though.
Because we had a bye. You see how that goes?
Yeah.
I mean, here we are.
But
Yeah.
I have a great feeling that this is going to be like the Dallas game in October for George Kittle.
Mhm.
His 3 catches were 3 touchdowns. I just have that really like awesome feeling, and I'm here for it. I got my new air horn ready
There you go.
so I could annoy my neighbors.
Uh-huh.
I just want you to know, I wasn't going to tell you, but I bought you a charm, and I'm going to fill it with candlestick dirt. And
You did? That's awesome.
I got it for a
Nice.
few people. I got them. So
Thank
it's
you.
yes. Candlestick dirt is on the
Oh,
way.
that's awesome. I can't wait. Oh,
So, yeah.
thanks.
So when people
Appreciate
are like,
that.
"Oh, whose ashes are you wearing?" It's candle.
It's just candlestick dirt.
Candlesticks.
Then they're like,
Oh, that's really cool.
The ashes of Bill Walsh Field. Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
Bill Walsh's
Yeah.
ashes. That's whose ashes.
Right.
But listen, I feel good about. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
Oh, yeah. No, I was actually coming to you, so go ahead.
No, I feel good about having Eric Armstead back. I feel good about our chances against the run because that is the key to victory. We have to stop them having a run game.
Me too.
When
Victory.
they win, I mean, literally, when they win because Aaron Jones or whatever. I always want to think Aaron Rodgers immediately, but when Aaron Jones has a 100+ game, they generally win. When he's not at 100+ yards, they don't generally have a great game. So, you know, that is a big key to stopping anything that they're doing. So we got to stop the run. We got to stop him in particular. And if we do that, we make them one-dimensional. And when they're one-dimensional, they're going to be throwing it up. And that's when the secondary takes over. You get the Mooney Wards and Diamador Lenore's and Fred Warner's having a field day. And you know, it's just like Kittle over the middle and Brandon Ayuk. Brandon's going to fare. If George is having a good day, Brandon's going to have a good day. Because no matter what they do, they're going to have a problem with the deep middle of the field. Middle and deep. They struggle there. That's where we excel.
They can't stop the run either.
And right there, it's pretty terrible at stopping the run. And you've got to deal with CMC. It's not just an average running back that you're going up against.
A fresh CMC.
They are 26th against the run.
Yeah, I know.
and they've given up 200-yard rush games, right? 200 plus rush yard games.
Yeah. So imagine Debo and CMC Saturday.
Exactly. Mixing some Mason or Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mitchell, we saw Mitchell at the end of the season running very well. We could spell him. So you can see Kyle definitely playing some bully ball. Like, we're still the big dogs on the block.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget, we also beat Dallas 40 plus points. So we're not
42-10.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We're not Dallas.
We are. I think that's the point of tonight's show. We are not Dallas.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're not them.
X factors on offense. Ty, go.
Oh, yeah, we just said it. You know what? Jawan Jennings.
Oh,
Third and Jawan is back.
Is back.
Third and Jawan is back. So not only do you have to deal with the Debos and Ayuks and the Kittles and the CMCs, now you got this 6'4" dude who can literally throw DBs out of bounds and pick up yards. Third and Jawan. Happy to have you back, buddy.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, I was going to go with Brandon Ayuk. We got sound effects.
Vanderhurt, I don't think they got anybody who can guard him one-on-one.
I feel that way about Brandon Ayuk, too. He's going to be a tough one. I didn't know we had sound effects now. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's right. Jess has got that board. She throws it in on us.
I'm here for all the sounds.
I might have a little surprise in the next few weeks.
Oh, she's gearing up.
Excited for it.
That's right.
Third and Jawan. That's right.
Coming.
Yes.
Running. Okay.
New York to San Francisco.
Okay. Who's your X Factor, Jess? Exactly. We just break out in song, people.
I'm telling you, it's the theme of the night. It's song night.
Okay. Rebecca started it all from the beginning. X Factor, Jess. What do you got?
As the offensive guy, because I think he's going to have a great night. They have a tough time, even with him in man coverage or over, in their deep zone that they play. I think that's a recipe for Brandon Ayuk to have a great night. And exactly what you guys already said. They struggle with the tight end over the middle. So Kittle is ripe for another one of those excellent games. So, and yeah, CMC's gonna the run game. We have to just tear it up there. Get up high and fast.
Steve O'Malley is under the weather. He's not feeling well.
And remember, I said I went back and watched the 2021 playoff game. Kittle was wide open a lot. Woo, they had nothing for him. And it's the same defensive coordinator running the same defense. Anyway, Jess, who's your X Factor on?
I did say George Kittle, but I'm actually going to go with Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, we'll take Deebo.
Because I think Deebo is just going to run all over the place and just go wild. Him and CMC, I think, are just going to go nuts.
False Shanahan.
Yeah, and Chris Forster was asked about that.
I saw that.
What did he say? I missed the coach's one.
He wasn't sure what it meant, but it was like an outside zone run.
Outside sweep and to the left.
Oh,
yeah.
For me, the false Shanahan meant don't score.
No, he knew it. He was like, it's going to be a sweep play to the left. To be
Yeah,
like,
no, he said he was just like, I thought it would be like an outside zone run, and that's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as why it's called that, he just
Yeah.
wasn't unsure. Like,
They didn't score in that
wasn't
drive,
sure.
so it was like, hey, I guess that's what that means.
That's
We
right.
suck.
Another big news: Trent Williams said he will play next season.
What?
that's amazing because I thought he was
Run it back.
retiring. Big
Yeah,
Pete.
That's pretty awesome. He
Yeah.
actually he said that on the player interviews today. I saw that
Nice.
before we hopped on.
Oh, I didn't see the players. Yeah, so I only saw the coaches.
Yeah. X factors on the defense. Becca, go.
Ooh, Eric Armstead. I mean, come on, man. If there's a key cog in the run stopping game, it is Eric mother efferin Armstead. I'm so excited that he is gonna be a go. Because I mean, literally, he is that dude. And if we need anything, it's to stop their run game and make them one-dimensional. That's a big factor in winning tomorrow or Saturday. Tomorrow. Well, it may as well be tomorrow. It feels like it's going to be tomorrow. That's all I'm thinking about.
Mhm.
I feel I'm with Kyle Shanahan on this one. I feel like we got the 1 seed like 100 days ago.
100 days ago, right? Like
It's like
the
forever.
playoff game is tomorrow, right? Or whatever the next tomorrow day is when we play. Because that's all. I'm
Next
thinking
tomorrow day. Put that on your
about. Next
calendar.
tomorrow game day. Right? It's the next tomorrow game day.
When are we
got
going out?
spinning
When
and
are
we
we
got
going
the
to
next
dinner?
tomorrow
The
game.
next tomorrow day.
The next tomorrow game. Whatever that is, because that's all I'm thinking about.
It'll be here before you know it. Guys,
Exactly.
X factors on defense.
For me, excuse me, it will be Javon Hargrave and Chase Young. Green Bay has historically double teamed the Bosa and Armstead combo and said we're going to let the other side of the line try to beat us.
Mhm.
Okay, go with that same game plan, and these guys are going to eat you up. We know they're fresh, they're hungry, they can get pressure. No David Bakhtiari. The guy replacing him, he's had a very good season, but we should definitely be able to take advantage and beat him. So those are my two guys.
I think mine's the defensive line. I think we really need to hone in on Love. And I'm going to go with Mooney Ward. I expect big things from the All-Pro. I'm even going to call that he gets a pick 6.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
I like it. I can see us getting 2 picks in the game for sure.
What's that?
I can see us getting 2 INTs in the game.
Yeah, I think so. You know what? The one we need to protect the ball, but we also need to take away from them as well. One last question for you guys. Our team has the experience. Like I alluded to earlier, the Packers are a young team. Does that help? Does that matter? What do you guys think? Ty?
Oh, it definitely helps. It definitely helps, big game. It's prime time, right? It's not during the middle of the day. It's prime time, bright lates. It's the divisional. There's even added pressure now. We've been here. We've been here 3 of the last 4 seasons. There's a leadership group on this team that sets the tone for everyone else, right? Everyone knows what to expect. So this is definitely going to help us. Even for our younger players on the team, a lot of them just went through this last year. They literally just went through this last year. So there's no surprises here. So the edge is definitely in our favor.
Yeah, I would agree because you hear veterans talk about making it to the playoffs and the Super Bowl and not being ready for all of the attention time, the media and what that comes with and the pressure. and they're not ready for it, and they don't know how to handle it, and the time that it's taking away from other things. Or, they get on they ride this sense of ego, and how quickly that can be taken away from you when you don't win a playoff game. So a lot of these guys have experienced the highs and the lows. So they understand how to manage those expectations and manage their emotions. And when you're able to manage your emotions and focus on your task rather than letting the outside noise affect your performance, you can manage your nerves. I think the favor is totally in the Niners' favor there. These young guys are going to be overwhelmed and in some cases, overtaken by emotions and what have you. And our guys are focused on, this is it. I have to get in there and play the best I can play, and I'm going to focus on giving everything I have, rather than, well, I'm young. This is of course how my experience is going to go, and being a little more cocky about their experience. Those are the guys that are find out real quick how it goes. So I do think the experience plays to our hand. I do agree that, yeah, that's a thing for the Niners.
And this is such a nice tweet that I read earlier. Packers fans have a well-earned reputation for invading opposing stadiums, but Vivid Seats is projecting that the faithful aren't allowing that to happen Saturday at Levi Stadium. Their fan forecast is projecting a 97% Niners home crowd in the NFC divisional round.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
That is amazing.
Heck yeah.
It's our house.
That's right. They'll be sprinkled in there, but it's going to be nothing like what they normally do.
They're going to pay.
We ain't having it. So once again, you talk about experience, right? Now they're going to be on a real hostile road environment, because Levi's is going to be rocking. Like you won't hear chants of "Go Pack, go," like you did in Dallas.
No.
Like when I heard that in the second quarter, I was like, "Are you serious?"
And there weren't a ton of Packer fans visible in the stands. Like you didn't see. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how quiet the Dallas fans were.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that won't be happening this week. So when you got all that sea of red yelling and hooting and hollering and cheering on his team and getting them pumped up, it's a totally different environment.
Exactly.
Tony Culp says this Niners Super Bowl win is for Laura Cat, Corey Davis, and all the faithful and loved ones we have lost along the way. Let's go Niners.
Yeah,
absolutely. Guys, what do you think? Next week, I think we should do a call-in show. What do you think?
We could do one.
I think so.
Becca froze.
Sorry, repeat that. You froze.
Now it's my Wi-Fi. I think next week we'll do a call-in show.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. So those of you in the chat or just watching us, next week we'll do a call-in show. I'll post the link in the chat. Anyone could call in and tell us what's on their mind, hopefully discussing the win. With that being said, if there's nothing else, let's go to the hurry up offense and the 2-minute warning.
Boom.
Becca, you're up.
Hey, happy birthday, Charles Haley and Depot. Congratulations to Kirsten Juszczyk for her incredible talent being recognized by everyone in the universe at this point, especially dressing, the likes of Taylor Swift. And may she continue. Congrats to the All-Pro team. Juice, Fred, Kittle, CMC, Trent, and Ayuk and Mooney for being chosen for the second team honors. Hall of Fame honors to Debo for being the wide back for 4,000 yards rushing and 1,000 receiving in 5 seasons. So keep balling, keep doing your thing, keep your eye on the ball, play Niner football, don't turn it over. Let's play good, solid stuff and go Niners. Let's freaking get this thing this weekend. One more step, one more game, one season win. Let's go.
Yeah, I'd like to also say happy birthday to my nephew Reed. He is the big 10 today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Reed.
And let's just play 49er football on Saturday. And let's go get this dub. And as always, go Niners.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to the faithful. I mentioned it earlier. You guys jumped on social media immediately to talk about one of our own. It wasn't a player, it was a wife, but it's someone we know and support. And it was good to see that fan support for someone, just other than a player. It shows the community that we have. And now I say that a lot. Like, we're not just a fan base, we're a community. And you guys showed out. And that it was awesome to see. And game Saturday night, just ignore all the bickering and all the stupidity coming from other fan bases and content creators, and just focused on what we're going to do, because it's going to be fun to watch. Go Niners.
And if you guys want some cool snacks, go over to planetjerky.net
Planet Jerky.
and get your jerky. That's our sponsor. Good stuff from them. And go on to iesportsradio.com // East Coast Red and Gold. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And go Niners.
Go Niners. Let's
See
do
you next
it.
week. Call-in show.
Of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.